Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the cuethechat podcast. My name is Fionn Lynch. We are currently about 25 minutes away from the World Championship draw being made. I'm going to do a little review of Judgement Day right now. I'm going to go through all the matches. We're going to go through some of the big moments from the other days at qualifying. And we've also had an email from Brian McGovern. Then 8:45, the World Championship draw is going to happen, and we are going to react to it live. Essentially, I'm going to record it, but my reaction is I'm going to record my live reaction, and then we're going to go through all the matches and see what I think is going to happen. So let's get into it. So what a couple of days of Judgement Day it was. Why they call it Judgement Day, I don't know, when it's multiple days, but hey ho. The first man through to World Championship, into the World Championship draw, I should say, was Chris Wakelin. He really took control of his match against Martin O'Donnell. He won 10-2. I think he went 5-0 or 6-0 up or something. He was always going to win that one. He always looked like winning it, and well done to him. He's going to be dangerous inside in this draw today. He's he only just missed out on a place in the seedings. Because he was in the Masters. He's only fallen out in the last couple of weeks out of the top 16. So yeah. Then the next man through was Zach Surety. He's going to be making his debut in the World Championship there now in a couple of days. It's nice to see him kick on from the World Open, because he came so close to getting through to the final against John Higgins. He kind of crumbled in that semi-final, so it's nice to see that he wasn't disheartened by that, and that he's able to keep going and making it to the Crucible this year. His interview was actually really, really lovely. He was talking about how usually he's sitting at home watching it on the couch, but and he seemed very excited to get up to watch to watch this draw that's going to be on now in a little while. But yeah, he beat Ricky Walden 10-3. I mean, I don't think anybody would have thought that. I think, was he 8-5 down to Jack Lazowski in the previous round? I think I heard somebody say that he won it's 10 of the last 18 frames that he played, he won, which is crazy behaviour, do you know what I mean? He really played well over those last couple of days. Zhao Xingtong beat Elliot Selesser 10-8. That match was very quick. 10-8 before some of the 10-5s, 10-4s even were finished. I watched the end of that match in the snooker club. I think he'll go pretty far this year in the World Championships. He'll probably knock out. Well, I think he'll get through his first round, dependent, of course, on who he plays. But I don't think there's many worlds in which he doesn't win his first round off of the current performances he's been putting in. Elliot Selesser, why do I keep saying Selesser? Elliot Selesser played excellent though in that match. He just came up against probably one of the best non-seeds in the world. To be honest, he's been playing so well all week. He's been playing so well all season on the Q Tour, and I feel for Elliot Selesser, because he did play well, but Zhao Xingtong came through that one 10-8. I do apologise. It sounds like my voice is starting to go, which isn't great on probably one of the most exciting days in snooker when you run a snooker podcast. So I'm trying to lubricate my throat a small bit with tea, but it's not really working, and my voice is very much starting to grow. But we'll try and get through it. Zhou Yulong beat Yuan Xijun 10-5. It's great to see Zhou Yulong back in form. We haven't really seen him since that time that he thought he got through to the final of the Scottish Open and he didn't, against Gary Wilson. So it's nice to see him back in form. They didn't show us a lot of that match on the Judgement Day coverage, especially in the first half. But yeah, good win for Joey Long. Then Ryan Day beat Sonny Akani 10-5. That match had a lot of close frames. There was plenty of black ball finishes actually. I think there was 2 or 3 of them. So yeah, it was good stuff all around, to be honest. I was a fan of Sonny Akani when he was playing last time he was on the tour. I think he's back on next season, which is pretty good. But I do like Ryan Day. I don't mind him. I do mix him up with a couple of players though. I mix him up with I mix him up with Matthew Stevens, who's in here somewhere, and who else do I mix him up with? Matthew Stevens and Ricky Walden. The 3 of them I mix up all the time. It's really weird. But anywho, we move on now to Ben Wollaston against Ross Muir. Ben Wollaston beat Ross Muir 10-4. Ben seemed to have some sort of a reaction to the COVID jab there a few months ago, so he thought that he would have fallen off tour by now. So he seemed pretty ecstatic to get through, to be honest. Tatiana Wollaston, the referee, and his wife was talking about how she was in tears at home watching it, but well, probably in the hotel watching it because she was refereeing one of the matches the next day in Sheffield. But that match was such a slow start. I mean, oh my god, it was a pretty slow burner. I'm surprised that it wasn't the last match on, to be completely honest. Yeah, it was like, what was it, like 4-3 when they took them off or something stupid like that. And then they had to give them extra time because of basically how long they were on the table. It was I was not looking forward to staying up and watching that one, but it was over before most of the other ones. So yeah. Now Dave Gilbert against Aaron Hill. I felt so bad for Aaron Hill. He was so far up. He was something like 8-5 up or something, and he lost it 10-9. He was nearly in tears in the final frame. Like, if you go back and watch it, you can see that his head is in his hands as Dave Gilbert is clearing up to win. I was in the cinema when this was happening. I think it was 9-8 when I went in, and the cinema that I go to, they whatever way they've built the walls in the cinema, essentially, they block all the reception coming in, so I couldn't check the score. So literally halfway through the movie, I had to go and check. I had to leave. I had to go outside to check the score, and oh man, I was heartbroken when I saw 10-9 Gilbert. I like Gilbert, so no hard I'm gonna enjoy watching him, but it would have been so nice to see Aaron Hill in the club before we went in. They spent half an hour trying to get that game up on absolutely anything they could. They ended up settling on Xingtong Slesser because that was on one of the TNT sports channels. But yeah, it was very disappointing, to be honest. But I'm sure Aaron Hill bounced back. He played very well all week, so fair dues to him. And yeah, well done to Dave Gilbert. And then Daniel Wells against Gary Wilson. Daniel Wells was ecstatic, man. He was he was kind of like, I hate it when they say, oh, he fist pumped, because it sounds like he greeted someone, but there's no other way to describe it. I'll try to come up with a new way of saying it, but he did that anyway when he was out there. And then when he came in for his interview, he was nearly in tears. He's going to be making his debut, and what was it, 16 years ago he lost in Judgement Day, and he thought that he would have years and years of this, and I don't think he's been back to Judgement Day since. So yeah, he's absolutely delighted, and as he should be, really. Alright, so I have 12 minutes to get this done, so let's try and get it done. Fan Zhengyi against Michael Holt. Holt was steamrolled, to be honest. After a good season for him, he became undone essentially against Fan Jingyi. They didn't show too much of that match on the coverage, but a good win for Fan Jingyi. Nice to see him at the Crucible again. Hopefully nobody tries to destroy his snooker table this time, because the last time he was there, somebody tried to throw orange powder all over his table. Hossein Vafai 10-4 against Wang Yuchen. Pretty comprehensive win. Very comprehensive win, really. Wang Yuchen had been there since day one of the qualifying. He did have a bye because Graham Knott got we know what happened to Graham Knott. Really, I don't really need to say it. But Graham Knott wasn't in the tournament anymore, so Wang Yuchen got a bye through. Hossein Vafai is a lovely guy. I think that what happened at the Crucible a couple of years ago might have been a once off, because he's genuinely, he seems like a nice guy. So yeah, I was delighted for him. I would have been happy to see Wang Yuchen, he's make his debut, but I was pretty happy to see Hossein Vafai win that one. Ali Carter beat He Gui Kang. Is it He Gui Kwang? I'm gonna go with that. He beat him 10-5. It was nice to see how much it meant to Ali Carter, because he was giving it the get in and all that kind of crack. It shows how much it means to everybody, even on his 21st appearance at the World Championship. It still means so much to him, as it does to everybody. And he said that he's been suffering with a neck issue over the last couple of days. He reckons it's probably repetitive strain. Yeah, so that probably made the victory a little bit sweeter, that he managed to battle through that. T-minus 9 minutes, by the way, until this thing starts. It's not representative of this, because I keep having to stop because I'm coughing all over the place and I have to drink some tea and all this crack. So anyway, Pang Junju against Jamie Jones. I've nothing written down for that, because I didn't see much of it. I have no opinions on it, to be honest. Other than Pang is nice to watch. He seems like a nice guy. Did he play Ronnie on his debut? So maybe if he draws somebody a bit lower down in the seeding, he might. Or maybe if he draws Ronnie again, even, he might make it through to the second round. Joe O'Connor, Jackson Page. Jackson Page won the first two frames in that one, but after that, Joe O'Connor kind of took control of the match. Jackson Page, we're later on in the podcast, if I don't run out of time, we're going to talk about how Jackson made two maximums in the one frame. But yeah, so that's all I have to say on that match for the moment. Lei Pei Fan beat Gao Yang 10-9. He's making his debut after winning the Scottish Open. I mean, he's played some pretty good snooker. That was a tense finish. So that was a very tense finish. So yeah, I was happy for Lei Pei Fan. It would have been nice to see Gao Yang get through, an amateur. I was kind of rooting for him, to be honest, but once again, a lot of I'm a neutral for most matches, to be honest. There's only a few, like if Aaron Hill's playing, I want him to win, or as we'll find out in a moment, if Matthew Selt is playing, I want him to lose heavily. What do we call it? Right, Uisa beat Matthew Stevens 10-9. That outburst at the end really did. That was so nice to see, because some of the Chinese players, to be honest, they're a bit robotic. They just, I am here to do a job. Do you know what I mean? So it was nice. I do apologize for this. It was nice to see that Uiza, it was nice to see that he showed that he cared, and it was clear to see that his mind was absolutely frazzled inside in that interview, because his English is usually pretty good, but everything that Rob said to me was kind of like, brother, I don't know, he wasn't in the right mindset to do the interview. And then they kind of, after like a question or two of that, they were like, we kind of need to get back to this Matt Salt Jimmy Robertson game, because it looked like Jimmy Robertson was about to clear up for the match, but he missed the pink. Oh, the pink he missed. I'm not saying it was easy, but like, yeah, because it wasn't easy, but I would have expected him to get it. It was just pressure. It was the only reason that thing stayed out. And then Matthew Selt popped in pink and black to take the match. Matthew Selt I hate with all my life. I didn't really like him, but after the Artemis Scissors thing at Christmas, I like properly dislike him. I think he might be the only snooker player who I like actually like properly dislike. Even like I'd literally rather watch Mark King against Stephen Lee than have to watch Matthew Selt at the World Championship. So I was incredibly disappointed. But he said in his interview that he was when they were going to the toilet, Jimmy Robertson pulled Matthew aside and basically said, "You're distracting me, you prick. Shut up." Which Matt Selt didn't seem to. He seemed like saddened by, but like, you know, he does this every match. I don't understand how he thought that wasn't gonna happen. But anyway, I have about 4 minutes, so we're just gonna rattle through some of the big events. Jackson Page beat Alan Taylor 10-2 in the previous round, and my apologies. He won £147,000 for making 2 maximums and a triple crown. I don't think this is what WST thought was going to happen when they made that. I don't think they thought it was going to happen in the qualifiers. I think they hoped it wasn't going to happen in the qualifiers, but it did. 2 maxes in the one match. Like, the black that Jackson Page played at the end was absolutely extraordinary at the end of the second one. And Alan Taylor, such a good sport, you know. He was. If you have a chance, go on to the WST YouTube and just watch him. At the end there, he's like he's living and breathing every moment of that last maximum, and it was crazy. Dominic Dale and Joe Perry have both retired. Both of them have 2 ranking titles to their name. Dominic Dale, the 97 Grand Prix in 2007 Shanghai Masters, and Joe Perry, the 2015 Players Champs in the 2022 Welsh Open. Both of them are still going to be involved in the sport. Dominic Dale through commentary and punditry work for Eurosport and BBC Wales, and Joe Perry seems to do a good bit of the Table 2 ITV stuff, and he's also going to be travelling around with Neil Robertson, so that's pretty good. I'm going to get the draw ready to go. So yeah, Brian McGovern, I have your email here. We're going to get to it, but not before the main event, really, the World Championship draw. Man, they're having such a weird conversation on BBC 5 Live. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear this, but I'll talk you through all of the qualifying anyway. But not the qualifying, the draw. They're talking about Milky Way stars at the moment. You know, those chocolates? So, yeah, this is just what are they on about, to be honest. Okay, so they seem to be doing some sort of a news. They're talking about sports news, and they're talking about Jackson Page's 2-1-4-7s, about how he didn't qualify. I wish they just get on with this draw though, because you know, it was meant to start 5 minutes ago. So please come on. Oh my god, I wasn't live. I turned it on to make sure it was gonna work at like before we started, and it turns out that I've been listening to like half an hour behind. But look, it look. I'm so stupid. All right, but we're a couple of minutes behind, but it's still gonna be my live reaction. They're about to do the draw now anyway. The draw's actually made. Maybe a small bit. So yeah, this is great. Oh, okay, we're about to go. Okay. Come on, let's do it.
Are we ready?
Okay.
Okay, so I have the seeds. I'm going to pull out the
So the first seed out is...
First ball is ball number 2.
Okay, ball number 2. Judd Trump. Oh, this is going to be exciting. Come on, come on.
Number 24.
Zhou Yulong, okay. Okay, okay. That match is going to be okay. Trump should probably win it.
Number 12.
Number 12,
Zhang Anda, okay, Zhang Anda.
23, twice a ranking event runner-up, his 5th Crucible campaign.
Who will he pull out?
Pang Jung-soo, a ranking
Oh, Zhang
all Chinese clash. Record number of Chinese
That is going to be a good game.
Followed by
Because that's pretty even.
player number 15.
Player. Sean Murphy, okay. Who will Sean Murphy play, please? Please. Daniel Wells. Oh, no. That must mean that I think Murphy's going to win that one as well.
It's ball number 5.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, okay. Who is he going to play? Who will he play? Please give.
17. I cannot believe
Who is
it's
it?
a rerun of 2 world championships.
Oh, it's Ali Carter! Oh my god! There's no way.
Number 10.
Oh, that's going to be such a good match. Oh my god. Right, the next player out is Ding. Oh my god, that is mental. Right, Ding Shunhui. Oh, you couldn't script this. Zach Surety, okay. Oh my god, I can't get over the Ronnie O'Sullivan versus Ali Carter thing. Right, so Ding Junhui is going to be playing against Zach Surety. And now, who's Mark Allen going to be playing?
29.
You haven't seen much of Mark Allen. He's going to be playing Fan Jingyi. Did they not play? Did they not play the last time as well?
Ball number 16.
I think they played the last time. Okay, Jack Jones. Who is Jack Jones going to play? Xing Tong. Oh, I was hoping Xing Tong was going to get someone a bit better, to be honest. I think Xiao Xing Tong's going to win that one pretty easy. Okay, Higgins. Who is Higgins getting? Please make it somebody good. Please make it somebody good.
23. And he will play Joe O'Connor back.
Joe O'Connor. No, that's going to be a good game.
Great friend of Mark Selby's. What a match that is.
That's going to be a rerun of the World Open. So yeah, this is going to be pretty good.
Ball number 9.
Okay, Neil Robertson. Okay. We've had a couple of cracking matches so far.
What a match, Chris Wakelin.
It's Chris Wakelin, okay. That is going to be a pretty good game. Chris Wakelin in good form.
Wuhan Open winner, just got married. He's having the best season of his career.
Zhao Gudong.
25. And he will play Matthew Selt.
Oh, against Matthew Melt. I hate that guy.
Thrilling 10-9 win over Jimmy Robertson last night.
And Selt.
Bit of incident there as well.
Will not be watching that.
Number 6.
Number 6, Mark Williams.
Mark Williams, okay.
The reigning champion of champions. Wonderful win in Bolton in the autumn.
Give him like 5.
And he will play Wu Yiza.
Wu Yiza, okay.
Event finalist this season, one of the most exciting young players ever to
I don't mind. I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Give it a jiggle.
We still haven't had Karen Wilson.
Ball number 11.
Okay, who's number 11? Barry Hawkins.
He's been in brilliant form
This
runner up to O'Sullivan in 13, remember.
Oh man, give us.
Is that 21 or 27, Rob? That is a
20. They can't tell if it's 21 or 27.
He will play Hussein Vafai.
Oh, against Vafai. That is going to be such an epic match. I've just dropped the microphone. That's going to be so unreal, man. Oh, Hawkins Vafai. I'll be watching that one all day. That is beautiful. Okay, Selby. Who will Selby be playing? Who will Selby be playing?
The Jester will play. Got 28. 28. Ben Wollaston.
Wollaston.
No, two great mates, both Leicester boys. Wollaston back at the
Apparently they know each other according to Ralph Walker, who's doing the draw. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Number 1.
Kyron
Um,
Wilson, the
oh,
defending
Wilson.
champion,
Okay,
has
who is
flourished
Kyron
since
Wilson going to be
winning the
playing?
Ultimate Crown. Could he break the Judgement curse? No
Please.
first-time champion has ever successfully
Please,
defended the
please.
crown.
Give him someone difficult. Please, it's going to be so funny.
Lee Pei Fan,
Okay, Pei
Scottish
Fan, he's
Open
won that one.
champion this season.
I do
What a
apologise, but
debut
yeah,
match for him.
he's
That's 10 o'clock Saturday morning.
he's won that
Defending
one.
champion always goes first.
2 games left to
he's going to
decide.
be the first.
So,
That's going to be the first
we
match
can go
on
with number
Sunday
7.
on table number
Luca
1.
Bracel, who
Okay,
could forget
Bracel.
that world title 2 years ago? 4 times
Who is
a
going to
ranking
beat
event
Bracel
winner,
this
and
year?
the Belgian bullet
I'm
will
messing with her.
play 26.
26.
26. Ryan Dynamite Day.
Ryan Day.
Back for a 16th Crucible campaign.
Did
3
they
times he's made the
did
quarters.
they play the
Interesting
year
match,
that
Belgium
he
against
won
Wales.
the World
And
Championship
final
on the opening
seed
day?
is number 13.
But now
13,
the only match
Xi
left
Jiahui, a
is
surprise
Si
semi-finalist 2 years ago,
Jiahui?
made the last 4 in Saudi Arabia at the start of this season, and he
I
will
can't tell
play
which qualifiers left.
Number 20. Number 20, Dave Gilbert. A
Gilbert.
brilliant run to the
Yeah,
semis
the guy
last
who
year.
knocked out
Wow,
Aaron Hill.
what an
So yeah,
absolute
those are some
victory lineup.
crazy
You two have
matches,
done an
man.
amazing job.
That's actually going to be a pretty good lineup. There's a nice few good matches there. Like Murphy Wells is going to be pretty good. Ronnie O'Sullivan versus Ali Carter. How have they done it? You couldn't write it, man. You could not script this. Ding Junhui against Shorty is going to be okay. Alan Zhengyi, that's the match that got pulled off. I was only watching back a bit of that the other day. The match where the protester didn't quite get onto their table. That was that match. So yeah, that's hopefully that they'll manage to keep it all under. They'll manage to stay on the table for all 19 frames. Jing Tong against Jack Jones. I mean, Jing Tong, surely be to God he's going to win that one. Like that's a mental game. Higgins against Joe O'Connor. That's a rerun of the World Open final from a couple of months ago. Robertson against Chris Wakelin. I mean, that's a real banana skin for Robertson there. Chris Wakelin could very easily have been a seed instead of Jack Jones. Gudong against Selt. Awful match. Hated. Williams against Wu Yiza. That's going to be another good one because Wu Yiza is going to be match hardened after the couple of matches he's played in the last couple of days. Barry Hawkins against Hossein Vafai. What a match. Oh my days, man. What a match that is going to be. I mean, there's not many other matches that I would rather watch other than that one. Selby against Wollaston. Apparently they're good friends. Didn't know that. So that will make it interesting. Hopefully Tatiana won't be refereeing on the other side because that would be awful. Ben Wallace, or I've already had Ben Wallison. Karen Wilson against Lei Pei Fan. I expect Karen Wilson to get through that one, which would be nice for him. And that, if I'm not mistaken, would tee up Karen Wilson against Xiao Xing Tong. What a feckin' second round match that would be. Because they were talking about how if both seeds get through, then it would be a rerun of the final in the second round. But if Xing Tong beats Jack Jones, that means it would be Wilson Xing Tong in the second round. That would be mental. Luca Bracel against Ryan Day. I mean, I'm gonna need to fact check that. I'll fact check it in a minute. But I think that was the first match that Bracel played in on his run to the final 2 years ago. His run to winning 2 years ago. And Si Jiahui against Dave Gilbert. That's probably one of the most evenly matched games in the whole tournament. Si Jiahui, he's fallen down from his form and his ranking don't really seem to match anymore. And Dave Gilbert, his form and his ranking don't seem to match in the other way because Gilbert's been playing so well over the last couple of days. I mean, he did almost lose on Tuesday, but nevertheless he managed to battle through. So that is going to be an absolutely sensational game. I believe that I left a couple of matches out at the top actually. Trump against Yulong. Trump should be winning that realistically. And Shang Anda against Pang Jinju. That's going to be a good game because I can't get the words out. Shang Anda is like he's kind of fallen off, similar to Si Hui, and Pang Junzhu is kind of come up similar to Dave Gilbert. So that'll be a pretty good one. And I can't remember if I said Murphy Wells, but John Murphy against Daniel Wells. Daniel Wells will want this so much because he's never qualified. He's gonna believe that it's his only chance to qualify, and because realistically that's kind of what he said in his interview when he did qualify. And Sean Murphy he's meant to be in good form, but he's had some pretty heavy defeats in the last couple of tournaments. He won the Masters, and he'll be kind of expected by a lot of the people who only watch the BBC tournaments. He's going to be expected to win this game. He's going to be expected to go very far in the tournament, and anytime he stumbles a small bit, people are going to say it's because he's in the studio. So he's going to have a bit of a monkey on his back that he's going to need to get off. Daniel Wells is basically going to want this more than anybody in the world. Oh, what a world championship we have. What a world championship we have. It turned out that I wasn't actually that far behind, because when I pressed live, they were pulling the first ball out, so I just went back 15 seconds. So we were actually listening to it live. Thanks be to God. But yeah, this is going to be an unreal world championship. So let me just put the matches and the order of play beside each other, because they haven't filled the order of play in yet, but we know the order that the seeds are going to be playing in. So as we know, Karen Wilson is going to be playing the opening day against, where is he now? He's going to be playing against Pei Fan. Zhao Gudong then on the other table. Where is Gudong? He's going to be playing Celt. So yeah, I'll definitely be watching the Karen Wilson game. Then Neil Robertson against Chris Wakelin in the afternoon, and Mark Williams against, where is Mark Williams? Against Wu Yiza. Those two are going to be in the afternoon. Then what should we call it? Oh, Barry Hawkins then will start off in the Saturday evening. He is going to be playing, let me find him there. He's going to be playing Vafai. Oh my God, the start of Vafai and the end of the start of Hawkins Vafai and the end of Karen Wilson. I keep forgetting who he's playing against Lei Pei Fan. That's going to be some session. If anybody has tickets to that is going to be pretty sensational. Then Mark Allen is. I really wish I put their first names on when I was writing these down, because I'm getting lost left, right, and center. He's playing against Fang Zhenyi. He's going to be playing Sunday and Monday afternoon. John Higgins is going to be playing Joe O'Connor Monday morning and Monday evening. Ding Junhui, where was he? He had a good game, didn't he? Where is he gone? He's playing against Surety on Monday and Tuesday afternoon. Si Hui is playing against Dave Gilbert Monday evening and Tuesday evening. 2 evening games for one of the ties of the round. That is going to be pretty good for watching. It's the best time to watch snooker in the evening. Sean Murphy is playing against, how have I forgotten, and I can't find his name. Where is he? Higgins, Robertson, Udong, Williams, Hawkins, Selby, Wilson, Marcel, Xiaohui. Murphy against Wells. He's playing Tuesday and Wednesday morning. The Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan, if he turns up, he's going to be playing against the captain, Ali Carter, Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon. Of course he's playing afternoons. The BBC love afternoons. What a match. Alright, Luca Brissell, he is playing. I'm so excited for that Ronnie O'Sullivan game, man. If he plays. Judd Trump is next. He's going to be playing against Shou Yulang Tuesday and Wednesday evening. And then Luca Brissell playing Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. There's no play Thursday morning. So the afternoon session's at 1 o'clock, just for if anybody's checking that out. So Luca Brissell is playing as Ryan Day on the 2 afternoons. And then Mark Selby is playing Wednesday evening, Thursday evening. He's playing against Ben Wollaston. I'll just give you the timings for the second session of all the matches that start on Monday. So Karen Wilson, his match is going to, of course, conclude on the first day, as is tradition. Zhao Gudong is going to conclude Sunday morning. Neil Robertson is going to conclude Sunday evening. Mark Williams is going to conclude Sunday afternoon. Not two finishing Sunday afternoon. Hawkins is going to be finishing Sunday evening. So there is 2 Sunday evening games finishing, which doesn't usually happen. I don't think so. Jack Jones, he's gonna, as I say, start at 10 o'clock on Sunday, end at 10 o'clock on Monday, and the rest we've gone through. This has teed us up for such a good World Championship. Like, this is actually going to be extreme. I am so delighted with this, and we're not even finished. We still have Brian McGovern's email to get to, and Brian, we're just gonna get into that because I'm absolutely buzzing. I should do more like live stuff like this, because sometimes when I do the recorded stuff, all my emotions gone, and I'm like, oh, what did I think about this again? Do you know what? Let's throw out let's throw out a little prediction for all the games. So Judd Trump against Zhou Yulong. I think Judd Trump's going to win that, and I think he's going to win it fairly handily. Zhang Yan against Pang Junzhu. That has Pang Junzhu winning written all over it. Because Zhang Yan, he hasn't done much since really winning the International Championship. Is it the International Championship? Yeah, the International Championship about a year and a half ago. Sean Murphy against Daniel Wells. Sean Murphy, I think, will win it, but Daniel Wells could run him close. The Rocket against the Captain. Ronnie O'Sullivan against Ali Carter. Ooh, I don't want to call it, but I have to, don't I? I don't know what to do, because Ronnie's playing with a new cue. He also hasn't played in half a year. But Carter has no fear. What is going on? Carter. Ronnie O'Sullivan gets knocked out first round. Ding Junhui against Zach Surety. Ding Junhui, I think, will win that one. Mark Allen against Fan Jingyi. I think Mark Allen will win that one. Jack Jones against Xiao Xingtong. I think Xingtong will win that one pretty handily as well. Jack Jones has done nigh on nothing since getting to that World Championship final. So I can't see why he'd do something now. Hayton's Joe O'Connor, such a good game because they played in the final a couple of weeks ago at the World Open. Joe O'Connor looks so like he looked like he was like, oh, I'm so happy to be here. Now he's like, I need to win. Do you know, when you're watching him, he just looks like he kind of looks a bit angry. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he's anyway. He's playing John Higgins, as we know. John Higgins, on some form, you'd be a brave man to bet against John Higgins, and brave is not something that people say about Fionnin. So we're gonna go with John Higgins here. Robertson against Chris Wakelin. You have to go Robertson, don't you? He's won a ranking title in the last couple of weeks at the World Grand Prix. He didn't play well at the Tours, but that's not usually for whatever reason. That's usually not an indicator of how someone's playing. So do you know what? We'll go Robertson. Gudong against Sells. Gudong all the way. Williams against Wu Yize. Williams, I think, will win it, but it wouldn't surprise me if Wu Yize pushed him close, or maybe even won that one. Hawkins for Fai. What can you say? I mean, Hawkins has been playing so well all season. We haven't seen much of a Fai because he's had some terrible visa issues. I mean, the Iranian passport must be shocking. I mean, I know it is, but like, he can't get to Germany. I'm not even sure if he makes it to the Chinese events. I'm going to check his cuethechat really quick just to see. Yeah, he does make it over to China, but like, he comes up against some hardened players. Like he lost to Ding Junhui in the World Open. What else has he done in China? We're scrolling pretty far back. Scottish Open, he lost to the eventual winner, Lei Pei Fan. I mean, UK Championship, he lost to Jackson Page in qualifying. So he hasn't really done a whole pile this season, to be completely honest. International Championship, again, Ding Junhui. So yeah, he lost to Jimmy White in Northern Ireland. This guy's played like 5 tournaments all season. Zhang Anda, he lost to in Wuhan. Where else are we? He lost to Zhang Anda again at the British Open. He lost to Ishpreet Singh Chadha in the English Open. Wasn't that the tournament that Ishpreet like went on fire? Xian, he lost to Ronnie O'Sullivan. I mean, you can't say that he's been losing to like he's losing matches that he should be winning, because he's not. Because he's God damn it, we're going for five. We're going against the form book. Hawkins in the bin. Not actually in the bin. Hawkins could very well. This is a 50. This flip of a coin. I'm going for 5. Selby against Wollaston. Selby should be winning this realistically. I mean, he's much the not much the better player, but he's much the experienced player. So I think that Selby will win that one. Wilson against Tian Peng Fei. No, it's Lei Pei Fan, sorry. Wilson is I think he'll win that one. Brissell against Ryan Day, that's another one. That's the toss of a coin. Let me check their head-to-head. Luca Brissell versus Ryan Day, head-to-head. I would cut this out, but I'm not gonna. Okay, so they played in the 2020 Championship League, 2019, 2018. Oh, they haven't played in a while. Who did he play first round of the Luca Brissell round 1 World Champs 2023. Who did he beat? There's a lot of dead air here. I'm gonna try and be as quick as possible. Right, this is going through the qualifiers. First round. Pangla, yeah. Luca Brissell, Ricky Walden. I was only saying at the start that I get all of them mixed up. He was playing Ricky Walden. Okay, never mind. So Luca Brissell against Ryan Day. I think Ryan Day wins that one, because Brissell doesn't have a good record here except for the one time that he won it. So yeah, I think that's a Ryan Day win. And C Xiaohui against Dave Gilbert. That's such a good game. Look, we'll pencil in Gilbert, because it's like you can't be calling this. Do you know what I mean? This is gonna be a crazy World Championship. Okay, so we're going to get on to Brian McGovern's email. So thank you for emailing in, Brian. He says, "Hi, Fionn. Just a quick email to let you know I have TNT Sports as part of my Sky package. As you know, we in Ireland can't watch TNT Sports on Discovery Plus. What I did spot was when I popped over to TNT Sports 1, there was a red button option which led me to the qualifiers on TNT Sport 5, where I was able to watch the conclusion of Rihanna Evans' match with commentary on Table 1. Hope they'll keep this option available. Keep up the good work. Best regards, Brian McGovern." Thank you, Brian. This email, genuinely, like, I didn't know about this. This is how I watched a lot of the qualifiers after you emailed in. So I do appreciate you emailing in, because I would have been pretty stuck otherwise. Yeah. I checked the schedule then, and they were all there. And just for anyone who's maybe doesn't like the BBC coverage or prefers to watch it on Eurosport, if you're paying for TNT Sports, the main match is going to be on TNT Sports 3, I think, for most of the week, but also you're able to click the red button, and there's also the other match is going to be on the red button, I think for the whole thing. So yeah, you're able to watch both of them off of your Skybox or whatever you watch TNT Sports off of. Like if you're watching on Now TV or whatever, you don't get TNT Sports 5 or whatever. But if you have like, if you have a box, or if you have any of that crack, that's all going to be there on the red button. So that's pretty good. So thanks, Brian, for bringing that up, because I actually hadn't realized that until you sent the email. Yeah, we're coming up on 46 minutes. Thank you very much for listening. We got off to a slow start because I thought my voice was going to give out, but those qualifiers really jigged me back into action. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great World Championship. I'm going to be back a few times. I'm not going to be like, oh guys, I'm going to be back every day, because that's just not going to happen. I'm going to come back 2 or 3 days, and then I'm going to be like, oh god, I have to do this again. Not because I don't like it, but like I'm going to be like, I want to go out. Oh wait, I can't. I have to record this podcast. You know what I mean? Or I want to go to bed. Oh no, I have to record this podcast. So I'm not going to be back every day, because I'm just going to not enjoy it, because I want to enjoy it as well. But yeah, we'll be back in a couple of days. Peace and love, everybody. I don't know why I just said that. I sound like a hippie. Give me a blunt, man. Peace and love. Show some love to the animals, man. I don't eat burgers, man. What am I on about, man? I didn't get much sleep last night, man. I'm going a bit delirious. We're just gonna end it here before I say something like stupid. Thank you very much. Enjoy the World Championship. We might be back Saturday, we might be back Sunday. I want to be back over the weekend. But yeah, until then, ciao bella. See you later.